news bulletins. Moving on, members of parliament are becoming increasingly concerned about the continuous meagre budgetary allocations towards the development of the tourism industry. The MPs contend that it should be a priority for the central government to increase funding to the tourism industry, which has been categorized among the top national priorities. The planned budgetary allocation for the tourism industry, as entailed in the budget framework paper, is about 193 billion Uganda shillings. The State Minister for Planning, David Bahati, demanded for guidance on what exactly the increment would be directed to, arguing that the provided funds are being used for branding, construction of airfields and incentives for investors in the sector. Jackson Onyango is on standby at Parliament to highlight more on this matter.
Mayo and the viewers watching us from whatever part of the world, we are coming to you live from the Parliament of Uganda, where the parliamentarians or the MPs sitting on the budget committee have continued to listen to responses from officials from the Ministry of Finance, led by Honorable David Bahati. Of course, this is the budget framework paper that they are handling, and one of the issues that has come out during the presentation of the budget framework paper concerns the tourism sector, whereby in the tourism sector, what we are dealing with is that the MPs are concerned that the budget allocation, which is about 193 billion shillings, is little for the sector, which is one of the leading in the country currently in terms of the revenue generated in terms of the GDP. You are aware that tourism is currently earning the country over 5 trillion shillings, and the number of tourists have increased over the past few years. And as far as the last financial year, there were about 1.9 million tourists who visited the country. So the MPs are saying that there is a lot that the tourism sector can do for the country, but the budget allocation is meagre, and that's why right now I'm with the Honorable Otieno, who is going to help us understand their concerns. Yes, Honorable, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
Yes, you are meeting the officials from the Ministry of Finance, and the issue at hand right now that we are talking about is the tourism industry, where you say that the allocation there, the budget allocation is meagre, yet this is a sector that can propel this country to greater heights. Where are the issues are coming from?
Now, government has identified some key sectors which they think can transform the economy. And there are basically four. And even when you listen to the theme of this budget, we are talking about industrialization. But when you look at tourism, for instance, which is one of the leading sectors earmarked in NDP 3, for instance, tourism is allocated 0.6% of the budget. The other one is being industrialization, also 0.6%. The other key sectors, which is science and technology, just 0.5%. Then finally you have ICT, because the government is saying, if you have ICT, industrialization, tourism, then industrialization, then of course the country can transform, because we shall have jobs, we shall have what. But now, if you combine all these key sectors, you find that they take just mere 2.1, around 2.2%, which is very, very meager.
But the question is, when they increase this funding, what should the tourism industry, what can they do, what can government do? Because they are saying currently they are constructing airdromes, they are marketing the tourism industry. For them, it appears they are doing enough.
No, we are talking about the NDP 3, the National Development Plan 3, the third phase is talking about mass tourism, mass products. So we are saying it is now time to roll out tourism sector to the entire country. There are other areas that have got tourism potential. We have identified, for instance, Bukedi. Bukedi has a high poverty rate of 40.7%. Now we are saying if you can promote tourism in all the parts of the country, it is now time, because once you have identified a sector as a leading sector, it should not be limited to certain section of parts of the country. It should not be rolled out to the entire country. So we are saying, other than investing in infrastructure, roads and so on, which is also done in other sectors. For instance, roads are being done through the work sector. Ministry of Works is doing that and so on. But tourism itself, now it should all go the real package, the real things that develop the sector itself. That's what we are saying. Roll it out the entire country. Stop saying we are promoting tourism in Western Uganda, we are promoting tourism and so on. That's what we are saying.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable. Because of the limited time, we'll let you go now.
Okay,
yes, but
you.
that is from Honorable Richard Othieno, who is the Member of Parliament for Budama West North County, who has been speaking to us about what is happening in the committee. I now hand you back to studio.